And there's one parent wants to be a bully and wants to control everything. She made up this whole story about why she should get full custody. She had originally planned to give the child up for adoption.
I am a working woman. I'm not going to be penalized for being a working mother.
I believe we determined at the last motion that Mr. Thompson, you would go first with your statements and witnesses. I guess I do have a question, though. The judge intervened, and you are seeing the child once again, correct, Mr. Thompson? As I indicated, that should be what's happening at the motion.
Yes, thank God about that.
Okay, so you are seeing your daughter. That's the way it should be. Now the question is, what do we do about how that should go forward? You've got the court order from August of 2023. Again, the front of the court issued a recommendation that had a differing, but both of you have objected. So, Mr. Thompson, what is your opening statement?
Well, my opening statement, the reason why I filed the motion to object, which was what I did that August 2nd, you know, I respect Ms. Kara, you know, I respect her opinion with the rough draft. But the thing that I didn't like about it, once I really thought about it, was the matter of days. It was too lopsided. I feel like in the best interest of my daughter. My daughter, since she has been born, she sees her mom once a week. She sees her dad once a week, and that's the way it should always be. I always told her mom, it is not normal for a mother or a father not to see the child in the week. Now, I understand there's entertainers, athletes, there's serious career people who can't see their child weekly or maybe every 2 weeks, or maybe because that's their career. But by me being a regular person, her mom being regular, it has been working out that my daughter sees mom once in that week and dad once in that week, and that makes her very, very happy.
Isn't that what the recommendation is, though? It has you seeing the kid so many days one week and so many days the other?
Well, it had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday as normal, right?
That's what you currently have.
But the next week was Monday, Tuesday I have her, and I dropped her off Saturday.
Okay.
But that's 18 days to 12.
Okay.
But hold on, but let me finish. So that's 18 days overnight mom gets. That's 12 dad gets. That's a big drop off as far as my daughter goes. And plus, you know, since I have the time, that cuts into my daughter's extra after school activities that we do sometimes on Saturdays. And that's still not that bad. But then we went off to the summer, 7 on, 7 off. Okay. That gives dad more time to work. But the thing that I didn't like about that, because her mom gets very upset and cuts contact off with myself, is that 7 days for my daughter not to see me is okay. That's a little bit of a stretch, but not being able to talk to her because she doesn't let me talk to her when she's with her. Now I let her talk to my daughter when she's with me because I want to do whatever I got to do to make my daughter happy. I don't care what I'm upset with her mom about. My daughter says, "Dad, can I call my mom?" Absolutely, because she has my phone all the time. And when her mom calls on the Wizard app, and she be like, "Well, Jubilee, here you go." I don't care what we into it about. She can talk to my daughter because I know my daughter doesn't want to go there, right, during that time, but she loves talking to her for our parenting time. And that makes her very happy. So I want to do whatever I got to do to make her happy. I'm never going to take my own emotions and feelings and say, well, her mom did this, or I'm mad at her mom saying that, and not let my daughter talk to her. I would never have I done that. I don't even know. I know that's a young people thing, blocking people, blocking you on social media, blocking the phone number. I'm 53 years old. I don't do that. If I don't have nothing good to say, I just don't say it. But I'm never gonna block it.
All right, Miss Alford, what's your opening statement, ma'am?
My opening statement is, back when I filed the motion that brought us to this hearing was about the abuse. So we're going to stick to the point of why we're here. We're both, it's been made very clear that we're both trying to consider the best interest of the child. We're here because Stacy was asking for weekends off to spend time with his friends. I granted him Thursday through Monday last year. He was weeks after weeks after weeks having transportation issues, asking me to get Jubilee, and also verbally and emotionally abusing me in the process. I've submitted enough proof. I have years and years of proof of why our communication is soiled. It's not that I don't want him talking to her while she's here. I'm not going to allow someone who talks to me detrimentally, degrades me, and treats me bad to talk to my daughter when she's in her home with her siblings. Her siblings in which he does not acknowledge. He doesn't encourage a relationship with her siblings. In fact, he teaches her that her nieces that his granddaughters are her sisters and things like that, to taunt me and to do things that he knows are abusive. So I'm not going to sit here and allow him to say, oh, well, she doesn't let me talk to her. He knows why. The communication it's not healthy, and I'm not going to put myself in a position to accept it anymore. I've made that clear to Mr. Thompson. We're here because of he wants more time to spend on the weekends. I want more time on the weekends with her. She needs to be with her family on some weekends. We go to church. We have Saturday activities. I'm responsible for getting them to and school Monday through Friday, to and from school Monday through Friday. So I don't have a lot of free time with my kids because I do work. I am a working woman. I'm not going to be penalized for being a working mother. But the weekend time that I get to spend with my children, Jubilee needs to be there. She needs to be on the routine that we're on the weekends and experience being home on the weekends. And it shouldn't be an issue if you're asking for more time to spend with your friends.
Okay.
So
Alrighty.
for me, I just want to get a schedule, something where the communication can be at a minimum. And he's complaining about days and days. That's all because he wants to make sure his child support doesn't go up. If it's in the best interest of the child, she needs to be on a routine. She's getting older. He's been saying he's moving to Grand Rapids. I know he's in the process of buying a house. I don't know if that's in Muskegon or in Grand Rapids, but I'm not going to be inconvenienced.
Okay. All right. Mr. Thompson, if you care, I'm sorry. Yeah, Mr. Thompson, if you care, you can call your first witness.
Myself.
Okay. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony?
Yes.
All right, please proceed. Now you're under oath. Now it's time.
No, it's time. Absolutely. So, on March 15th, we came in front of you for a hearing. Ms. Alford had filed a motion regarding custody. She made up this whole story about why she should get full custody after, since 2019, when my daughter was born, we have shared the custody. So my daughter was born in October of 2024. She had originally planned to give the child up for adoption. The child, my daughter, went home with the adoptive parents. After a week, first of all, let me back up. I met the adoptive parents, and they told me they're really nice people. It was my first time ever meeting them. They was really nice. And I was like, okay, she's in a great home. And the reason why I only agreed to that, because during the time that Miss Alford was pregnant, she was going through so many anger issue, mental problems. She didn't let me connect with the child. So the reason why I agreed to the adoption is because I had no relationship with my daughter that was in the womb of her stomach. She never let me take her to doctor visits. She said, why do you want to get attached? Why do you want to get attached? Because I'm giving her up for adoption. So I said, okay, we both agreed to that. My daughter went home with the adoptive parents. A week later, Miss Alford called back crying, saying she can't do it. The adoption agency had to go get the baby from physically out the home of the adoptive parents. She brought her back. I went over there. I picked that little girl up. I fell in love. I said, you don't have to worry about anything. I'm raising this little girl. I said, anything she needs, anything she wants, I'm there. So that was maybe the last week of October, first week of November. So the first time that Miss Alford, first of all, I was going over there, spending time with the child. And I showed Miss Alford that I'm more than capable of taking care of an infant child. So she let me take my infant daughter on Thanksgiving of 2024 to my family's house here in Grand Rapids. So my family met her. I said, hey, can I get like 3-4 hours? She said, yeah. I brought the baby back. And she said, you can go ahead and take her back to Muskegon. I took my infant child back to my home. I'm caring for her. And so I would just kind of go back and forth. And in December, she was just like, well, I'm finna move. And I'm ready to get back off into the workforce. I'm ready to go to school. Hey, can you help me out with the baby? And I said, sure. So I basically start raising the baby in Muskegon.
How far apart do you two live?
Muskegon and Grand Rapids is about 45 minutes.
Okay, so you guys live 45 minutes apart.
Yeah. Yeah.
This young lady has not started school yet, correct?
Yes, she's in school. This is her second year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But this is assuming she was an infant.
Right.
And
I know, I'm trying to figure out what's going on now. I realize there's been a long history of this, but we've had 2 other orders in place here. And you've said what you wanted. You kind of alluded to what you wanted, but you didn't give me times and dates. You just said you didn't like what's currently offered. But I don't know what your work schedule is. I kind of need to know how far apart you guys live, what's been going on. So
the main thing, there's one parent wants to be a bully and wants to control everything.
Both of you have called each other bullies. I'm trying to get to what is available for the child and you. Because generally weekends are when the child's available because they're not available during the school week. But I don't know your work schedules. So I don't know what you're asking for. I know you're asking for more, but I don't know what more is.
I haven't asked for more.
Well, you said something about 12 versus 18 overnights. And you didn't think that was fair. So I'm assuming that was a request for more.
Well, I just want something just a little bit more even, just as far as the days.
That would be a request for more.
But more than 12 days?
What has been going on?
Well, right now, this has been my daughter's be 5 years old this month. Out of all the years she has been born, we didn't get into it, and she has kept the baby a day or two. But 2024, ever since let me speed up. We went to court March 15th in front of you. You said you're gonna send it to the friend of the court to help us come up with an order, right, on the 15th. The next following Thursday was the 24th, which is my parenting time. And her mom texted me that morning, just mad at the world, you're not getting her on the 21st. I immediately emailed your clerk, Rebecca Levy, on the 21st. I'm bringing her into our drama. I say, hey, her mom said, it's something I missed with referee commends. She said, no, he said no custody has changed.
Right.
Well, she took the baby the 21st, the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, correct?
Right.
That's my parenting time, 4 days out the week, right? And Rebecca Levy said, hey, I'm not in the office. Send it to Hannah Sheed. I think that's the name.
Right. Bottom line, the court clerks can't do anything for you. All they can confirm is what the judge ordered, and I ordered that the current order be complied with. I was sending it for any changes.
But I asked her, what can I do? She said,
you can't ask her that because then you can't ask her really that because that's asking her for legal advice, and she's not an attorney.
but I shouldn't have to. It was my parenting time, correct? This is what the order was.
Right.
So
I enforce the order. The problem is the court doesn't know when an order for parenting time is not being enforced. I don't know if you're picking up the kid or not. I can order week on, week off. The court doesn't have any system of telling us that you're actually exercising it. If you're not exercising it, I can tell you need to file a motion for show cause, which is what you obviously did with the judge recently, but that's the procedure. The front of the court also has a parenting time show cause division that helps you with that. I mean, child support show cause is easy. It's run by a computer. We know when child support's paid or not. We don't know when parenting time is not being exercised. The court presumes that everyone's following the orders of the court that are currently in place.
Well,
If
that's why
they're
I keep
not,
a journal.
then there's a procedure for notifying the court.
Right, but that's why
So let's get back to my question, which still hasn't been answered.
Okay.
What is the current parenting time?
The current parenting time is I pick her up on Thursdays. And I drop her off on Mondays.
And that's every Thursday through Monday?
Yes, and I take my parenting time serious.
Okay.
And I pick my baby up and I keep a journal just for this, stuff like this. I pick her up no matter what.
Okay, so and that's what is ordered, and that is what is back to going on, correct? Thursday through Monday.
That's what's back going on now, which started in August after she.
Well, it started 2 years ago, but you guys had some discrepancies, but that's what it's back to. That's what's currently court ordered.
Yes, after I seen you and after I seen the judge. I seen you on the second.
Like I said, you got to follow the process because we don't know whether it's going on or not, but somebody can be held in contempt for withholding a child. I'm sure the judge was pretty stern with her and told her she's got to comply, which is the same thing I told her.
Well, that's why she came to court. She missed on the 16th. She missed on the 16th. She came to court with you on the 19th for the PPO. And then we had to go back. Then the judge enforced the contempt.
So now that I know you have every Thursday through Monday, what is it you are requesting?
Well, now since my daughter in school, I just feel like this is a good schedule to keep her on.
The Thursday through the Monday.
Yeah, but I know that I know sometimes on the weekend she does have time off work, and I feel like one of those.
Who has time off work? The mother.
Yeah, at least once a week. She works a lot on the weekend.
What is your work schedule?
My work schedule is Monday through Friday, pretty much like 9 to 5.
Okay, where do you work?
I work for Team Ads, which is
I guess let me clarify. Where do you work, Muskegon or Grand Rapids?
I work around Western Michigan because it's sales.
Okay, so it's a sales position. All right,
it's
so
it's a sales position.
Okay. All right. So you want it to stay the way it is, basically.
I basically think it should just stay the way it is, but and with her having any weekend that she wants.
Okay.
Because
when you say a weekend, what kind of a weekend are you saying?
Like Fridays, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or like a Saturday, Sunday. Like a Saturday, Sunday. That puts us about 14 days apiece with that.
Okay.
I think that's a little bit more.
So, and you're saying one Saturday, Sunday out of every other week?
No, out of the month.
Okay, so one weekend out of the month. Okay, so that's what you're requesting.
Yes, because she has her doing the school. She has her during the school week. So that puts us at 14 days. That puts us like 14 days.
Well, right now you have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You have
16 overnights.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have you have 4 of the 7.
4 out of 7. Yeah, it's been like that because I don't work. I give my weekends up to work because Miss Alford doesn't have adequate babysitting. We went through that before. We went through that before with her not having adequate babysitting.
Okay.
And my daughter is too young for her to be staying at home with the siblings. We went through that process with CPS before, and I didn't have I did not like doing that, but I had to bring in an agency that had to explain Ms. Alford, yes, good for you having cameras. And if you want to let the older kids stay at home by themselves, It's not against the law, but it's frowned upon. But you cannot leave a 9-year-old, well, he was 8 at that time. You cannot leave an 8-year-old in charge of a 3-year-old.
When was that?
From 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
That was 2 years ago?
Yes.
That was in 2022. Okay. Yep.
Okay. And we've had other orders put in place since then, and that's why you have every Thursday through Monday.
Exactly. I was doing everybody a favor. I was sacrificing for the best of everybody, just so she don't have to
Oh my
stress
goodness.
about trying to find a babysitter.
Again, what it was set up, and you're asking for it to continue. All right, Miss Alford. Well, do you have any other witnesses, Mr. Thompson?
No.
Okay, Miss Alford. Do you want to call your first witness?
Myself.
Okay, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony?
I do.
All righty. Ms. Alford, what do you have to tell the court?
Just in brief, a little response to what Mr. Thompson was saying about the parenting time issue that we recently had. When we had the hearing with you about enforcement, I immediately enforced the order. And just waited until that show cause hearing. The parenting time was terminated. Like, she didn't move forward with it because I expressed to her how it was CPS that encouraged me at the time because of what I had found at the doctors. So that those parenting time allegations were terminated through the front of the court, and I have the email for that, if that needs to be shown at any point in time. For me, moving forward, Jubilee's getting older. She's my daughter. She has siblings. She has 2 families. She's fortunate enough to have 2 families that love her very much, and we just want what's best for her. Like I said, I can't accept that it's my responsibility to get her to school Monday through Friday.
Monday through
Thursday.
Monday through Thursday, yeah.
But I don't get any time on the weekends to have time with her. That's not fair. That's not fair to me. And for you to work in a career where you're self-employed, you can work when you want. It's not fair that I have to miss out on time with my daughter or only get her for 1 weekend a month to spend time with her mom and siblings. It's the fall time. This is a time to spend time with your family, go on activities, and I have so many things planned. Jubilee misses out on everything. She misses out on everything being gone on the weekends. And when she comes home and her siblings are telling her about the fun we had and the things we've done, she's sad. She's upset. And she says, well, mommy, can you take me to do these things? Well, I only have you during the school week, and I'm a responsible parent. Jubilee, my kids are on a schedule. They go to bed at 7:30 and because they have school in the morning. Mr. Thompson we don't co-parent when it comes to Jubilee. There's no, hey, let's put her to bed at this time so that way she's, not tired at school or this and that. She's going to school late every Monday. She's not there on time.
What is your work schedule?
I'm not disclosing that in front of Mr. Thompson, but I am willing to tell the court.
She worked third shift still.
He doesn't, Your Honor,
I have
let
to,
him speak,
Miss
and I won't
Alford,
interrupt
I
about it.
have to know what that schedule is.
I will disclose that, but listen, I will not disclose that to Mr. Thompson.
Because she's still working third shift, and I don't want my
Your
daughter
Honor.
All right, we're done with this hearing. I'm leaving.
Am I on the stand
We're
or
done.
not?
We're done with this hearing. All former court orders will remain in place. I don't have anything to change it. You're not giving me a work schedule. I can't deal with that. So we're done. Former orders stay in place. If you guys agree to any other weekend, go for it.
Me paying her attorney fees, me giving up all my rights as a dad, essentially, to her, not being able to take my son out or make any type of mental health decisions for him, or just giving her everything where I'm susceptible to whatever she wants. That's what I don't want.
And what was your salary then?
$135 a year.
At $135 a year.
But I only worked with them for about 3 months.